So in this video, I'm going to explain the story of how I made $24.5 million by the age of 22. I dropped out of school in order to support me and my single mom. And then I went on to make $200,000 that year from my agency. Quite unique about my story is I've been uploading on YouTube when I had signed my first ever client, and when I was sending out proposals, when I was having meetings with businesses, signed a $4,000 a month lease on a 2-bedroom apartment. Everyone saw this sort of journey and everything on YouTube, and people wanted to know how I was doing it. So I launched a course and actually made $750,000. And I was looking at everything that was going on in the economy, and it was very clear to me, now is the time to buy some assets. And I decided I wasn't going to sell in cash anymore. So I had a couple million laying around basically just from building the agency over the years. And I decided to invest in 2 things and to invest in them big. Number 1, crypto, and number 2, watches. And I invested $1 million into crypto in early December of 2020, rode that portfolio up to almost $7 million, 5 months later. Then a month later, I posted a YouTube video how my $7 million portfolio went down to 3.5 million. Then when the second run up towards the end of the year happened, I didn't make the same mistake that I made early in the year. It was basically swinging between $8 to $12 million. The $1 million that I put in December 2020 turned into many, many millions on top of that later on in the year. And then I actually put $1 million into watches. I bought $1 million worth of watches between October of 2020 as well as October of 2021. In that period specifically, I've been buying watches for 3-4 years now. I have great relationships with the brands, but I decided at the end of 2020, hey, I would rather have watches than I would cash, to be honest. So yeah, long story short, by the end of 2021, my watch portfolio was like $3 million. And all of this stuff was going on in 2021. I was just making so much money with my investments and stuff like that, but the businesses were also doing incredibly well. The agency had its record month, over $160,000 in profit. That takes us into this year, 2022. Now, I've made $7 million actually after I launched one of my new companies, a company called Gents Croquet Club, mastermind club that uses NFT as, sort of your pass to get in. In the first 60 minutes, I made $2 million. That day, I ended up making $4.5 million. And obviously, I don't pay tax anymore because I'm in Dubai.
Habibi, come to Dubai.
I'm buying a lot of crypto this year, but more importantly, I'm buying a lot of property next year. So ladies and gentlemen, that is the story of how I made $24.5 million by the age of 22. But yeah, I guess now the question is, was it worth it? Did it make me happy? And the answer, quite frankly, is a resounding no. Yeah, long story short, making all that money definitely did not make me any more happy. Let's say the biggest change to my life was making $100,000 a year. That was like, oh man, like it was just the best. So as I said, for any of you guys watching it right now, just understand like all the flashy stuff, you're going to get used to it. You're going to get acclimated to it. So yeah, just enjoy the journey. That's really where the fun is.